Hello, gold and silver flower TV viewers. I'm Professor Lee, who loves you. How have you been? Isn't keeping your mind at peace all the time the most important thing in your life? The whole point of life is to maintain a balance of life without deceiving yourself. But I feel sad that humans are evolving toward evil as time goes by. But we still have to protect ourselves. Because we are the most precious beings in the world, right? What's the point of losing our own mind even if we win all the world? So today, I'm going to think about this topic. Living like a day for 1,000 years. This seems like a deep, philosophical question of living life beyond the passage of time. What kind of attitude should I live to live like this? Living a day like a millennium means experiencing this moment deeply and filling it meaningfully. It's important to appreciate the small things and cherish every moment. I sometimes think about when I first started YouTube. I had 43 subscribers in a month. Still, I was very grateful and happy then. You can see how I feel by watching the video title. Talking in a quiet country house. I had 43 subscribers back then, but it was so precious to me and gave me so much hope and joy. And I was also excited. I always try not to forget my original intention and keep doing YouTube today. Seeing myself in the present gives us a lot of strength in our lives. In fact, it has been 4 years since I started YouTube. But I feel like time passes by quickly. That's why people say that life is futile and gratuitous. 1,000 years actually pass by together. Let's go deeper into time. Living 1,000 years like a day can mean looking at life wide and long and not being impatient. It is necessary to walk silently in a larger flow, without worrying about small failures or successes. All of these things are connected to the invisible spiritual depth. We need to understand the relativity of time and look at life in spiritual flow. Not just a concept of physical time. It is important to recognize that human life does not simply disappear like a day by day, but has a deep and lasting meaning. If you think so, you need to practice reducing all attachments and living freely, right? Obsessed with too much, the day can feel as long and heavy as a millennium. However, if you empty your mind and live freely, the millennium can flow as light and fast as a day. In order to do so, we need to maintain our joy in our hearts. And think and act to continue learning and growing. To live a day like a millennium is to learn and experience the value of a millennium through a day. Living 1,000 years like a day may mean that you don't stop learning after a long time. If you live in this attitude, every moment will be deep and full, and a meaningful time regardless of the length of your life. So here, we are going to share 5 practical ways that we can do it. First, make a habit of being grateful at every moment. From the small to the big, gratitude makes the heart full and feel more valuable in the present. Second, you need the flexibility of your mind to accept it, without being bound by the past. Failure and success are also a part of us after all. So let's not hold on for too long. Third, set important priorities in your life. It is important to organize the things that really matter to you and focus on them, rather than obsessing over too many goals. Fourth, try to learn consistently. The habit of continuously growing through reading, experiences, and conversations gives us a deep sense of satisfaction. Finally, take some time to reflect on yourself and maintain peace of mind. Meditation, walking, and quiet hours add balance to your life. After all, if you want to live one day like a millennium, you need to know and appreciate the importance of the moment. Accept the past. Simplify your life around what is important, and constantly learn and grow, and confront yourself. If you think about today's moments gathering to make the millennium of your life, you will feel that even the small moments are by no means trivial. After all, the important thing is to truly feel the present moment. Learn from it, and move on. Living in the present without being bound by the past, and walking slowly toward the future. All of which are the secrets to living each day like a millennium. Remember the 5 points I talked about today. Be grateful for every moment, do not tie yourself to the past. Organize your important priorities, walk a path of learning, and practice your journey of finding peace of mind. Life will shine even more when it lasts for a long time. In every moment that is full, whether it is a day or 1,000 years, let's walk together toward a meaningful life. So why don't you start by taking small steps from today? You don't have to think too hard and grand. And you can start by focusing for a moment on what you can be grateful for and what makes you laugh. The important thing is not to be perfect, but to try and keep going. Everyone has a desire to live each day like a millennium. But it's not easy to give deep meaning to every moment like a millennium. But that's why we have to practice. As you repeat it, you'll balance your life, little by little, and you'll find peace in it. Above all, it's important that through this practice, you love yourself and make time for yourself. So don't be too impatient and start with the little things you can do today. Living a day like a millennium is not about doing something huge, but about living the moments of the day that I am given. All of this is, after all, about building the foundation of a life where I can understand myself better and smile without regret after living for 1,000 years. So our eyes are on the present, and our steps are going on endlessly. And everyone lives day by day at their own pace and in their own way. But what matters is what we look at, what we feel, and what meaning we find in it. Cherishing and appreciating moments, and listening to our own hearts. Isn't this the beginning of living a day like a millennium and 1,000 years together? From today on, make small moments of gratitude, small reflection, and small learning. Those accumulated moments will eventually make our lives richer and happier. The journey of life is long, but each day in it is short. Wouldn't it make our lives shine even more at this moment, and the time we are given? Let's move on slowly but fully together. Wouldn't our days accumulate and become like a millennium? Life is made up of special and ordinary moments. So, when you wake up today, when you walk, when you talk to someone, put your heart into each of them. I think that living like that is the way to live each day like a millennium. Don't think hard, and start from this moment. Tomorrow is the extension of today, and all the future will be built up today. So, live your day as full as possible. Be grateful for the little things. Notice where my heart is, and smile. That way, a day like a millennium will be filled with long and precious meanings. And a millennium will feel like a flow of joy and short as a day. Let's live our lives together like that, step by step. So ask yourself a small question from today. What is the most precious thing to me in this moment? It will help you become more immersed in the moment and find the center of your life. Finding the meaning of a moment can begin without any grand planning. You can take a moment to look at the landscape. Enjoy conversations with loved ones, or savor the taste of a cup of coffee you like. Life is, after all, a series of these small, ordinary moments. The important thing is to find joy and learning in the moments we miss and pass by. Start with me today, slowly but steadily. As you fill your day with 1,000 years of heart, every moment of your life will feel even more radiant. Don't forget the importance of this moment, and walk at your own pace. Life is only once, and every day in it is given like a gift. Thank you for that gift and live your life sincerely. That's why we have to reflect on how precious this moment is today. Let go of the anxiety about the future that has not even approached and feel the moment in our hands, leaving behind the regrets of yesterday. From the air that remains, to the people that pass by, to the steps that we take on our own. After all, life builds up and builds up like this to tell the story of a millennium. Whether that millennium feels short or long, it will depend on how we live. So let's fill today like a millennium. And let's start tomorrow with a new beginning. May your life shine on its own, with all your heart. Thank you for watching so far. Subscribe and like alarm setting is a big boost to video production.